welcome to week one. For week one, the first thing that you'll do is just kind of acclimate yourself to the work for the week. We're going to start with our reading assignment. We'll go to the review section, so we'll talk about the types of things that I would give you as a handout if we were in class face-to-face. This week we're working on the MLA screenshot and comments. I just want you to have a good idea of what MLA 9th edition looks like, especially when it comes to citing sources or using in-text citations. We're going to talk about project number 3. I know that's due on the very last day of the semester, but we are building towards it all semester. So I want to make sure that you kind of know where we're headed and how all of these pieces work towards that project number 3. And then for the due section, you're going to participate in the first discussion forum. You're going to turn in your topic journal, and this is where you're going to select your topic that you're going to work on all semester. And then you'll turn in your MLA screenshot and comments. Okay, so let's look at the reading assignment for week 1. For week 1, you've got your book linked up at the top. This is our online open source textbook, Argument and Critical Thinking, so you can open up that link. This week, you're going to read Argument and Critical Thinking, Argument in College Writing, and I've kind of showed you on the left menu where to find those. And you're also going to read all of the sections under Finding Topics. And I've included a Prezi. The Prezi just kind of goes through the key points from the reading, so you can use that to kind of make sure that you got the gist of what we covered. All right, then we'll go to those handouts in the review section. This is an example of taking a screenshot in of MLA format and writing your comments underneath it. So obviously we've set the paper up in MLA format where it's your name, my name, the course, and the date, and then you would have your last name and page number up in the header. And then this is just a screenshot. So I went to the Purdue OWL. I took I just took a quick snip of this particular citation. This is how to cite an article in a web magazine. And then below it, in my own words, I described what we see. So we list the author's last name followed by the first name. The title of the article is in normal capital letters for important words. It's in quotation marks. The name of the magazine is listed and it is italicized. And then the date of the article, followed by the URL. The URL is absent the HTTP or the HTTPS : and the 2 slashes. It starts with whatever would be the next part, usually www, but not all websites have that. And then the date of access, but remember, dates in MLA format are written in day, month, year format. You can see that in both places. And the month is abbreviated to 4 characters unless the month itself can be spelled in 3 or 4 characters, like May, June, July. Okay, so that's all you're going to do. You're going to find something on the web, you're going to take a screenshot of it, you're going to describe it, and then you're going to tell me where you found it. So in mine, this example was found on the Purdue OWL website. All right, moving on. Like I said, I just want you to be thinking about project number 3 all semester. You're going to eventually write an ethnographic essay. It's going to be a research essay on a particular site, culture, or group of your choice. So you're going to need to choose a site, culture, or group to study. You do need access to this group or site because you're going to observe, you're going to interview, and you're going to obviously find secondary research on this as well. So some examples of sites and cultures include things like college campuses, malls, clubs, gyms, coffee shops, stores, restaurants, churches, museums, sports venues. So your project number 3 is going to answer the following questions. What goes on here? What are the people here like? Why do they come here? And what statement can you make about the people gathered here? So it's going to be about 6 to 10 pages long using MLA format. Your draft and final copy will have section titles, and those will, like I said, we're going to build towards that, but you'll adhere to the MLA guidelines for headings and seriations. You're going to include 4 outside sources, but our annotated bibliography number 1 finds 2 of those sources, and when you do annotated bibliography number 2, you're going to find 2 more sources. You'll do 1 observation, but we're going to create the document that will collect that observational information in week 4. And you're going to conduct 1 interview, but again, we'll create the tool, the interview questions themselves in week 4 so that you're ready in week 5 and 6 to be doing that research. And you'll include 3 to 5 photographs with short captions. I know that in some cases, taking a picture would be problematic, so you are able to find online images. You'll just label those. The text of your ethnography will be followed by Appendix A, which is your interview questions or observation protocol, and Appendix B. So one of your appendices will be the interview questions and one will be the observation protocol. And of course, you'll have a works cited page. But I just, again, want you thinking about that, because this topic journal, what you're going to choose as your topic, is going to lay the groundwork. Every single assignment this semester leads to project number 3. All right. Discussion forum number 1 is the first thing that you're going to do, or at least the first thing listed in the do section. Remember, the do section is what you're going to actually complete as assignments. So you're going to go to Animoto, set up an account, create a free 30-second video about yourself. I've got a couple of templates there. Well, one is how to use the template feature, and one is just simply how to use Animoto. And I've also included mine as an example. So it's very user-friendly, so you shouldn't have any trouble, but these extra tools should help. Now remember, in the discussion forums, when you're ready to post, you just click reply, and that will be your initial post. And then when you look for classmates' examples, in this case, you're going to find at least 2 other students' videos and comment on them. So once you get to their video, you'll watch it, you'll click reply, and then you will comment back. And pretty much all of our forums will work in that manner. You will have an initial post, and you will either reply to 1 or 2 classmates, depending on what kind of forum it is. Okay. And then for the topic journal, this is where I really want you to be careful about what you're picking, because you're going to be, working on it for the next 8 weeks. So as we just did, you're going to look through that criteria, select one site, culture, or group that you're going to spend the entire semester investigating. And we talked about the access to that group, because you'll observe an interview. You'll want to state that topic, and then in list form, generate 3 questions that immediately come to mind regarding your topic. So what are 3 questions you already want to have an answer to about your topic? And then 1 sentence explaining why the topic in general appeals to you. And I've given you an example using vegans. So here's the topic. You've got the 3 questions, and then the reason for choosing the topic. All right, so that is your topic journal. And for the final assignment this week, the MLA screenshot and comments, as soon as you're ready, you'll simply upload your file or share the link to your document. But if you are sharing links like to a Google Doc or to OneDrive, just make sure that the share settings or anyone with the link can view. If you have any questions over the course of the week, just let me know.